Hello there, and welcome to the first of hopefully many audio commentaries for the Joker blogs. I'm Scott McClure.
I'm Andrew DeVary.
I'm the co-writer, co-creator, and I believe I appear in a couple episodes.
I'm co-writer, co-creator, and I also appear in a few of these episodes. Not as important, unfortunately.
Well, there's only small parts, not small. There was something philosophical like that. I can't remember what it was now.
I'm also not the lead actor, so that's the reason.
And we're going to be having audio commentaries on most of the episodes, and it's just a way to give a look inside the process of making these episodes, as well as anything we find funny along the way.
I suppose.
This is actually the first episode we ever made, obviously. It's been retitled the pilot episode after recreating it for the YouTube partnership. In the fact that we did it as a trial run to see how people would react to it. So it's being filmed in my basement. This is a creepy corner of my home, and worked really well for an insane asylum therapy ward.
I think this was just three of us in this basement. Probably me filming, our actress Kira Westberg, which we will introduce in a later commentary, but
we'll be joining with more members of the cast as we go, which will be fun.
Yeah,
we hope.
And then of course you, since you're visually there.
Also, we filmed with a great HD camera, and actually the quality was fantastic, and we actually had to, in post, dirty it up quite a bit to give it that gritty, poorly equipped asylum video equipment. Of course, this is the only episode where my actual hair is shown.
Yeah, this is real hair here.
Real hair.
Real long hair.
Don't know how to handle this.
Obviously, it's not as curly as the next episode, so what happened there?
It was, I thoroughly dislike long hair. It's just too hard to maintain. And it was easier to wear the wig. It gets cut down on the whole process of getting into character, and allowed us to focus on performance, and as well as each individual episode with the wig. And I think the wig looks much better.
Did you green your own hair? I believe you did.
I did green my own hair.
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, it's not bright green.
And
but
Vaseline seemed to make it greasy, so there was something gross for you. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So, the origin of the Joker blogs.
It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about the Dark Knight midnight movie premiere. I think we got there roughly about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Probably 4 hours before the movie begins, and you were in full get-up, and you had even created your own hexagon shirt and everything around those lines.
Stenciled it by hand. It was
painstakingly took you 18 days.
Yes, and on the way to the theater in costume, and we decided that we wanted to do a YouTube series that would incorporate the Joker character. And after the crowd reactions, we felt like we had a story to tell. And of course, at the time, we didn't know where the Joker character would end up by the end of the movie. So we had to sort of see the movie before we started writing.
I think that was probably the key moment to you visually look
People want
like the actor.
Yeah.
We can kind of move forward.
Yeah, it was a confidence boost. It was, we can do this. We have to do this. And then within the next couple of days, started writing out episode ideas. And I think it became clear very early on that we didn't want it to just be random blogs. We didn't want it to just be Joker from Arkham having a good time. We wanted it to be that with an episodic format, that you'd actually have to watch the series in order.
Yeah.
Hopefully in order to get all the story elements.
I think our main focus too was the introduction of Harleen Quinzel and the manipulation of her character and how she's trying to help him, and he has this kind of sick and twisted idea of helping her instead.
I think what's interesting is looking back, the overall arc of the story. It's interesting to see that, I think the idea was sending the Joker to therapy is everyone wants to change him, and in the end, he does not change at all. He's a constant, and everyone else ends up getting changed.
We also toyed around with the idea that Batman has his Batcave, and this is his home.
I'm glad that we mapped everything out to begin with, as far as where we would go with the Joker blogs, and I think we had
8 episodes.
8 episodes to begin with, and of course that expanded quite a bit. And it's nice to see that our finale, our ending, was still intact by the end of it.
Yeah, it was quite a larger ending than we initially wanted.
It certainly expanded
Yeah.
beyond our our wildest dreams.
Yeah.
We certainly didn't have a wedding as even an option at that point. And that's keeping with the theme of escalation, which I like. And I think another element, too, is he's never called the Joker in the series. And he never refers to himself as the Joker in The Dark Knight. So we very quickly came up with Patient 4479, which, for those of you that don't know yet, is the birthday of the great Heath Ledger. And I think it was a very good way to tribute his performance into that character as well. But more on that in the next episodes.
He wants to be here.
Set
up for the rest of the series.
Hey, could that be a hook? Thanks for joining us. We hope you like this episode and the ones to come.
Have a good night. I love you.